seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Now here's Curry. 26 points for him last game against Milwaukee. That's good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. Well, he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers trail by 4. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and James throws it down.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days. And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bogut with 1 on the clock, and the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And stolen by LeBron. So at the end of... We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. And they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating it.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Love, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Love's got his first points of the night.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Yeah, plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
That's good. 9 points for Steph Curry.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Curry attacking, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 11.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency, but here in the second, he's turned it around.
Irving with a clean look. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for Cleveland.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. It's Curry with the drive. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Outside, Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Money from the wing. Thompson's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Smith against Curry. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Tries yet again. It's a tie game.
Yes, I'm here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the... And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He's got 13 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Iguodala at the small forward position. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's LeBron, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now the dish to Bogut. They double him with James. Bogut with a screen on Smith. Screen by Bogut. The drive by Thompson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. He goes big with the dunk right over Mozgov.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Irving passes to James. Feeds to Smith. And here's Love for 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love. High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Irving with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Irving drives in. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Smith, no luck.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
James kicks to Love. James slams it back in.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
For 3, Love. He got it up that time, but... Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors leading by 7. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Iguodala's drive.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs